Hey, Ted here for MobileSyrup, and I'm in a Cadillac CT6, which has something called Super Cruise. That's a level 2 autonomous driving technology that allows the car to drive itself on supported highways. I've taken it for a spin for over 2 weeks on various highways around the Greater Toronto area to see how well it works. So right now I'm testing Cadillac Super Cruise on the DVP in Toronto, and as you can see, I'm moving, but I'm not touching a thing. I have no foot on the gas pedal either. The car is driving itself in the lane, and it's a beautiful thing, I have to say. So because this is an extension of adaptive cruise control, you are using the same parameters. So whatever distance you've set for the, in terms of the distance of the vehicle in front of you and the speed, which you can still adjust even while you're in Super Cruise. You can adjust both those things actually while you're in Super Cruise. It's just an extension of that. It's just automating the cruise control completely so that you don't have to touch the steering wheel. There are some prerequisites with how this system works. You do need to be facing pretty much at the windshield. You can't just start texting or watching a video or looking or even falling asleep. I mean, definitely don't do that. So you do have to be looking out because there's a camera that faces you. So there are cameras that face out for this system to work, but there's also a camera facing the driver as well. I was wondering how it would work with sunglasses or eyeglasses. It seems to be working fine with sunglasses right now as I'm doing it, but I was wearing other pairs and it was fine as well. So that's a good sign. At night, it's got infrared, so it'll look at you, it'll see you even at night. Now, there are cases, just like right now, where I have to take over because, for whatever reason, the system just, maybe there was construction or maybe there was something that happened or something that changed on the road. So even though the road looks normal, if there was construction done, so it's happening again, so the steering wheel vibrates, the seat vibrates to tell me, hey, you need to take over. It'll even work in stop-and-go situations. So this is something I think a lot of people are going to like. The fact that it'll stop, it'll go, in gridlock traffic. You need to set it first before, you can't necessarily do it right from a stop. It does need to be moving, the car does need to be moving somewhat before you can do it. But once it's activated, it will stop and go with traffic. Just got to be careful with cars that are merging because it can only see the car when it's fully in front of it in the same lane. So as cars come in, and you know how some people try to cut you off in gridlock traffic, you got to be a little bit careful with that. So you do have to be aware, you do have to be attentive, but you can relax a lot more than if you were taking control of the car yourself. Inevitably, a system like this is pretty convenient, and once you get used to it, it's actually hard to not to use it very often. There's a long way to go. I mean, it is a level 2 system, but it portends a pretty interesting future when it comes to autonomous driving.